Good evening, alien lovers of the interwebs. I'm Alexa, the resident ooky spooky girly and alien lover, and today I am so thrilled that I get to talk about Bob Lazar and his work with alien tech once again. Question for y'all: do you believe his claims? Let me know what you think in the comments, and welcome to the top 5 alien technology Bob Lazar reverse engineered. Number 5, sporty UFO. In the 1989 interview that started these whole leaks, the claims sounded like Hollywood sci-fi. But months later, when his identity was revealed, Bob said that he worked at a secret facility where alien technology was being reverse engineered, meaning, taken apart to figure out how it worked and whether the Pentagon could duplicate it. Hey, the premise seems less absurd now. Bob said that his job was to help with reverse engineering one of the 9 flying saucers, which he alleged were extraterrestrial in origin. He claims one of the flying saucers, the one he coined the Sport model, was manufactured out of a metallic substance similar in appearance and touch to liquid titanium. Bob said the propulsion of the studied vehicle ran on an antimatter reactor and was fueled by the chemical element with atomic number 115, which I'll touch on more later, I promise. In a subsequent interview that November, Bob appeared unmasked and under his own name, where he claimed that his job interview for work at the facility was with contractor EG&G and that his employer was the United States Navy. Bob said the craft he was working on was dismantled, and the reactor he studied was topped by a sphere or semi-sphere which emitted a force field capable of repulsing human flesh. Ugh. He further explained that the craft was split into 2 main levels, so the reactor was positioned at the center of the upper level, with an antenna extending to the top, surrounded by 3 gravity amplifiers. These were connected to gravity emitters on the lower level, which could rotate 180 degrees to output a gravity beam or anti-gravity wave. In 1989, Bob said the seats of the saucer he saw were approximately tiny human-sized, and that he had seen alien cadavers of a corresponding size. He's mentioned that the main craft he worked on would aim its belly to the target and then bring all the amplifiers to power, and then fly off in that direction with the belly or bottom forward. If that description of a spacecraft tilting sounds familiar, I'm assuming you're familiar with the gimbal UFO. So the Pentagon released the video back in 2017, where naval pilots encountered a fleet of the, unknown craft off of the coast of Florida in 2015, and have since had dozens of similar encounters. In the gimbal video, there's a mechanistic turn against the wind without deceleration, which means a craft without rotors, without heat signatures, plums, without tail fins, and certainly no tail number, moving in a way that is counterintuitive to aeronautics. When Bob saw it, he said it had to be a gravity-propelled craft, which mimics the propulsion system that he described. Okay, how about we take a look at another now famous UFO incident, the 2004 Tic Tac encounter. So the Navy pilot who engaged the Tic Tac, Black Aces Commander Dave Fravor, said he doesn't believe the astonishing craft was made on Earth and that the propulsion might be anti-gravity. So when Bob was shown the Tic Tac video for the first time, it immediately reminded him of the Sport mode. His craft stashed in the desert? He said it's the exact same propulsion system. Former Pentagon intelligence officer Lou Elizondo was in charge of ATEP, the secret Pentagon study. He told the I-Team one goal of the project was to determine the physics of UFOs, how they can achieve the seemingly impossible. The military came to believe that the craft relied on special metamaterials, stuff that can't be made with known technology. Bob made these claims decades ago and was ridiculed, but what do you know? The Pentagon is now on the same page. Number 4, Element 115. So, alien technology, Element 115, and Bob Lazar. A trifecta of intrigue that beckons us into the depths of the unknown. So let's embark on this cosmic journey together. Element 115, also known as Moscovium, sits at the heart of Bob's claims. It is said to be the key to extraterrestrial propulsion systems. So imagine a substance so exotic that it bends the laws of physics as we know them, fueling spacecrafts capable of defying gravity itself. Yes, Wicked fans, that one was for you. This element, if harnessed, could revolutionize our understanding of propulsion and open the door to interstellar travel. By the way, let me know in the comments where you'd go first if you could travel anywhere in the blink of an eye. But Bob doesn't stop there. He asserts that these alien crafts use Element 115 to create gravitational fields. Bob claims that the propulsion of the studied vehicle that he reverse engineered ran on an antimatter reactor and was fueled by the chemical element with atomic number 115, which at the time was provisionally named ununpentium and had not yet been artificially created. This concept might seem like pure science fiction, the idea of bending space-time to move through the cosmos at will, but it's at the core of Bob's narrative, challenging the very fabric of our understanding of physics. But let's dive deeper. Bob claims that Element 115 could be a game changer for medicine. By manipulating gravity through this element, surgeons could operate with unparalleled precision, potentially reducing trauma and making recovery a lot faster. The idea of gravity-free surgery might sound like something out of a sci-fi novel, but Bob insists it could be real. Now, onto something that could transform our world. Clean energy! Bob suggests Element 115 could be the answer to our energy woes. If it can indeed create stable anti-gravity waves, it might pave the way for an energy revolution revolution. Clean, limitless power, free from the constraints of fossil fuels, is a tantalizing prospect. And finally, le pièce de résistance, Element 115 as the linchpin of alien technology. Bob's claims paint a picture of flying saucers powered by this incredible element, vessels that defy our current understanding of engineering and physics. It's the stuff of science fiction dreams, or in my case, reality. Bob's assertions about Element 115 and its role in alien technology beckon us to expand our horizons. Whether these claims are rooted in reality or fiction remains a mystery, but they invite us to ponder the boundaries of human knowledge. The cosmos, it seems, still holds secrets that continue to captivate our imagination and drive our quest for understanding. Number 3. Bone density scanners. Alien technology and bone density scanners. Two seemingly unrelated topics, yet they intersect in the fascinating narrative of Bob. So let's unravel this intriguing connection, shall we? So we all know Bob. I've been talking about him all day. You know, reverse engineering crazy stuff. So let's see where advanced extraterrestrial science meets our very bones. Bob asserts that Element 115, yeah I know, the substance I mentioned a moment ago, a key player in this narrative, isn't just about propelling UFOs, but has applications much closer to home. In the realm of medical technology, bone density scanners are a crucial tool for assessing bone health. But Bob's story takes this mundane device and infuses it with an otherworldly twist. He suggests that Element 115, you know, the same substance at the core of alien propulsion, could be used in these scanners to create gravitational fields. So just imagine stepping into a bone density scanner, and instead of conventional x-rays, you're bathed in a field that gently manipulates gravity. Yes, it's kind of like sci-fi, but Bob insists it could be real. By using the properties of Element 15 to create a localized anti-gravity effect, these scanners can provide more accurate and non-invasive assessments of bone density. Okay, so why does this matter? Well, for starters, it could revolutionize healthcare. Accurate bone density measurements are crucial for diagnosing conditions like osteoporosis and for assessing fracture risk. Traditional methods involve exposure to radiation, but an Element 115 powered scanner could potentially eliminate that risk entirely. As someone with lifelong bone and tendon injuries, I wish we could have this technology now to be able to more accurately scan the state of so many conditions. Moreover, the technology Bob proposes could lead to a deeper understanding of gravity itself. If we can manipulate gravity on such a small scale, what does that mean for our broader understanding of this fundamental force in the universe? It's a question that transcends bone health and ventures into the very fabric of our reality. Now, I know, skepticism is a crucial component of scientific inquiry, and Bob's claims have faced their fair share of scrutiny. Yes, Element 15 isn't exactly a stable element in our periodic table, but that doesn't mean the concept isn't worth exploring. Science often progresses by entertaining unconventional ideas and testing their validity. The story of Element 15 and its potential application in bone density scanners reminds us of the profound interconnectedness of scientific concepts. What starts as a tale of alien technology could, in the hands of an imaginative mind, spark innovations that reshape the way we approach healthcare and even our understanding of the universe itself. In the ever-evolving tapestry of human knowledge, it's the unconventional ideas and uncharted territories that often lead to the most profound discoveries. So as we contemplate the implications of Element 115 and bone density scanners, we're reminded that the quest for knowledge knows no bounds, and the boundaries of what's possible are constantly expanding. Number 2. Hand scanners. So while Bob's assertions have long raised some eyebrows, he has found some newfound support in the form of a revealing photograph. No, not that kind. Not here. Thanks to filmmaker Jeremy Corbell's determination, Bob's narrative has been bolstered with tangible evidence. So the photograph hails from a classified US government program conducted at Nellis Air Force Range, located in close proximity to, where else, Area 51. But what's remarkable is how closely the depicted hand scanner aligns with Bob's detailed descriptions. So Bob, taken back by the confirmation, reflected that he never thought he would see one of these again. Okay, I know. What was it, Alexa? You jumped ahead. I'm getting to it. It was a biometric scanner, he explained, designed to measure the length of hand bones to grant access to the, illustrious, crazy, mysterious SF area. There were slits and pins in a light fixture above it, and it scanned your hand to measure the bone length in your hands. Sorry, I'm suddenly very curious about how the length of my bones confirms I'm like human and not an alien. Were aliens really so tiny that the scanner could tell a difference? Does this have anything to do with bone density? Did nobody with dainty little hands work at Area 51? Sure, hand scanners might be a little more common nowadays, but Bob has been talking about all of this for around 30 years now, and has never changed his story. Look, skeptics, you might want to rethink your position, since this piece of evidence kind of adds to his credibility. I know, most of us probably didn't need that, but it helps. Number 1. Secret documents. Bob has claimed that during his joining the program, he read briefing documents describing the historical involvement of Earth for the past 10,000 years with extraterrestrial beings described as gray aliens from a planet orbiting the twin binary star system Zeta Reticuli. I feel like I mispronounced that, so I apologize, folks. Your girl's tired today. While this may not be the technology we're looking for in terms of a high-tech sense, low-key tech is still tech, and documents require technology. As of September 2019, no extrasolar planets have been found in that system, according to government experts, but we all know that they can lie to us about that. So for the uninitiated, what the heck is this? So it's a wide binary star system in the southern constellation of the Reticulum. From the southern hemisphere, the pair can be seen with, the regular eye as a double star in very dark skies. Based upon parallax measurements, this system is located at a distance of about 39.3 light years from Earth. Both stars are solar analogs that have characteristics similar to those of the Sun. They belong to the Zeta Herculis moving group of stars that share a common origin. So you might be asking, okay Alexa, what does this have to do with aliens? Well, does everyone remember Skinny Bob? The video that showed up on YouTube in 2011 showing a collection of leaked videos with an alien being interrogated by some government agency? Okay, so it was like a typical gray type entity shown being interviewed and examined, supposedly as some sort of diplomatic exchange, and he says he's from the Zeta Reticuli star system, sent as part of an envoy to discuss matters of mutual concern. According to the videos, the aliens would be escorted by special officers and only meet with high-ranking officials. Although several aliens are claimed to have been present, the one most prominently featured was, Skinny Bob, the one we all know. He's very thin, slouched over, with an oversized bald head, slit-like mouth, large eyes that seem expressive and blank, and claw-like hands. Apparently there were more interviews between 1942 and 1969, but we've only got a few clips, which is pretty typical. Normally you see Skinny Bob sitting at a table during a telepathic interview, and then we see footage of him from head to toe, showing the overall build. We also see a shot of it within a pool of some sort, where there's liquid where it would supposedly sleep. I'm all for a waterbed. Now, apparently the aliens were often filmed without their consent, which kinda went against all of the documents they signed. The diplomatic exchange of it all matches up with what we know about Area 51 being a place for secret meetings though, and more. And that brings us to the end of our time, and I don't think I could ever work in physics. I'm good. I'll stick with being a performer. If you enjoyed my ramblings today, could you help us out by giving this video a like, subscribing if you aren't already, hit the bell for more alien content from us here at Top 5 Scary Videos, and I'll see y'all next time, you lovely spooky people.